welcome back to this week's Norman News at Home Edition. I'm Alana Morgan. Stay tuned for news on the reopening dates for grades 6 through 12 and more on spring break coming up. Around the school in 30 minutes, this is the Norman News. Spring break is coming up. That means it's pretty much been a year since we as a country started quarantining to help stop the spread of COVID-19. Here are some safety precautions to take this spring break so you are looking out for your safety and the safety of others, and so you can have a fun, memorable, and safe spring break. First off, the given, always wear a mask. Secondly, if you're traveling, make sure you have hand sanitizer on you at all times. Lastly, don't share drinks or silverware and keep a distance from people you don't know and people in general. This is going to help you follow the COVID guidelines and have a great spring break, so therefore we can all return back to school safely. Now to Jonah with some more news.
Thanks, Alana. Scientists have been working on proper eye laser treatment for years now, and scientists at a university in Switzerland have found a much safer way of doing laser eye surgery. Many people who need laser eye surgery do not get the treatment since they are scared of going blind, even though the chance of going blind from the procedure is extremely low. This has led to the quest to find a safer treatment, which the scientists believe they have found, where rather than pointing a laser through the lens of the eye, they can send a much less powerful beam in order to do the same job in a much shorter time. Although they have not identified this beam for patent reasons, we can be hopeful of its incorporation in the next few years. Natalie Jackson with this week's sports.
Thanks, Jonah. CJ McCollum is back after being out for 2 months with a foot injury. Damian Lillard helped the Blazers continue to be competitive in the Western Conference, despite missing 2 starters. CJ McCollum was averaging 26.7 points a game over 13 games. Whether he will put up the same numbers upon return is unknown, but he will definitely help the Blazers. The NBA trade deadline is March 25th, and there are many theories about who might be traded. Make sure to stay tuned to hear all about the NBA trades within the next week. Thank you, and now to some more sports.
Thanks, Jackson. The NCAA's March Madness is starting this week. This is the most exciting part of the year for college basketball, and I can't wait for the fun to begin. This year, 68 teams will compete in a tournament with single-game elimination, and only one will come out on top as the champion. Fans are very excited this year because it has been 2 years since the last tournament. Last year, the event was canceled due to COVID, but we are back and ready for college basketball to return. Among the most favorite teams to win are Gonzaga, Alabama, Houston, Baylor, Kansas, and Illinois. We will see what happens very soon, and now to John with some more sports.
Hey guys, the NBA All-Star Weekend was fun to watch, including the Skills Challenge, the 3-point contest, the dunk contest, and of course the All-Star Game. It was Team LeBron against Team Durant. Sabonis won the Skills Challenge. Steph Curry won the 3-point contest. He's not human. And Fernie Simons won the dunk contest, and Giannis Antetokounmpo was named the All-Star Game MVP. Giannis was a perfect 16 for 16 from the field. Whoa. And which resulted in 35 points. An all-star record for the most shots attempted without a miss. Incredible. It is exciting to watch basketball when the star players like LeBron, Giannis, Curry, Durant live up to their abilities. The trade deadline is just around the corner, and many contending teams are expected to make big, key, and necessary moves this year, including the Celtics, the Lakers, the Golden State Warriors, and a few other teams. John Collins from the Hawks, Victor Oladipo from the Rockets, Andre Drummond from the Cavs, Buddy Hield from the Kings, and PJ Tucker from the Rockets are big players who will likely be moved at the March 25th deadline. While it is a possibility that Lonzo Ball, who's having a breakout season, DeMar DeRozan, Jeremy Grant might be the most improved player. Zach LaVine and Nikola Vukovic will probably not be moved. They will most likely be stay put. The Marc Gasol experiment hasn't gone according to plan. And if I were the Lakers, I would look to try and get Andre Drummond. But if that doesn't work out, look to get Miles Turner from the Pacers. He might be a big, the Pacers might trade him, who knows, because they're not in real playoff contention. With all the rumors, it will be interesting to see how the league looks come playoff time. With that, Heller, out.
NASA has recently announced that the largest asteroid said to be close to Earth this year is going to be thrown back into space and have no actual direct contact with our planet. The asteroid is expected to only come within 1.3 million miles from Earth's surface. It's going to give many scientists and astronomers very rare research opportunities. The asteroid's name is 2001 F032, and it's going to make its closest approach to Earth this coming Sunday. There are no expected collisions between Earth and any asteroid for many centuries to come. Sunday's asteroid is going to be traveling at 77,000 miles per hour. This is a lot faster than the average speed at which asteroids pass by Earth. The cause of this high speed lies within the asteroid's highly inclined orbit around our Sun, along with its humongous 600-meter diameter. The asteroid completes one of these orbits every 800 days, yet it isn't scheduled to come this close to Earth again until 2052.
COVID-19 has been impacting America for just over a year now, and things are slowly going back to normal. The coronavirus has had a drastic fiscal impact on many industries, but most of all, airlines. In 2020, major U.S. airlines lost around $35 billion, and there were 60% less passengers flying in 2020 than in 2019. However, with COVID cases dropping and a higher distribution of the coronavirus vaccine, more people are traveling again. There has been a recent uptick in flight bookings since the beginning of 2021. Some states, such as New York and Connecticut, have even started relaxing their rules that had required incoming travelers to self-quarantine. Disneyland, California, is planning on opening up at a limited capacity. Now to Alana with local news. Thanks, Natalie. Big news has officially been announced in regards to the reopening dates for grades 6 through 12. There has been an announcement made in an email this week in regards to the reopening dates for grades 6 through 12 as COVID cases numbers begin to decline. On April 8th, in-person instruction will officially begin. On the 6th and 7th of April, we will still have a regular BHUSD live schedule until in-person learning officially begins. The BHUSD administration will notify you of any further details, cohorts, and schedules by April 6th. Now to Jonah with some more school news.
Thanks, Alana. All juniors took standardized testing for math this week. The test is known as the CAASPP, which stands for California Assessment of Student Performance and Progress. This test is used to determine how proficient juniors are in math, and the school and state use these results from the test to assess how well their students are at math. The tests were an hour and a half long each of the 2 days, and there was a range of questions. Now to Natasha with this week's weather forecast.
Thanks, Jonah. Welcome to this week's live weather forecast for the week of March 19th, 2021. This week in Los Angeles, there will be mostly sunny skies, the average temperature being 69 degrees, with a high of 78 and a low of 65. This afternoon, we will see a high of 69 and a low of 51. Saturday, temperatures decrease to 66 degrees. Moving into Sunday, we'll be expecting a high of 65 and a low of 47 degrees. On Monday, temperatures will increase to 68 degrees and hit a low of 50. Tuesday, we'll see a high of 78. Finally, on Wednesday, we'll see a high of 78 again and a low of 56 degrees. Thank you for watching this week's weather forecast. I'm Natasha Jadidolahi, and have a great week. Now, let's send it back to the desk.
That's it for this week's Norman News. I'm Jonah Danesh, and we will see you all next week.